Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again, and today we have in front of us from Star Wars The Vintage Collection Expanded Universe Republic Trooper from the Old Republic game, if I'm right. Yeah, that's a figure I missed back then, both in the original Vintage Collection and the Black Series 3.75 line. And I just ordered this 2 days ago from Hasbro Pulse, Germany, and it just arrived today Saturday, and yeah, I was like, well, great, they ship really fast. Well, I mean, I don't have the premium or whatever, but it just arrived in actually 1.5 days or something like that. Anyway, here we have the other figures from the current wave. My last review was actually Ahsoka Tano Corvus. We've done Bo-Katan as well on the channel, and all the rest of the figures I haven't yet reviewed. Today we're doing the Republic Trooper, and here you have the figure in the bubble looking great. As I will say, this is a card that it's been around for a couple of years, but again, I missed this one on the original release, and the price on the secondary market was really high, so I'm glad that I could buy this now for retail, as I'm sure many people will be glad as well. You can see the cards are unpunched because these are not going to be out on stores, if I'm right, are just Hasbro Pulse exclusives. Yeah, and I'm very happy we have Hasbro Pulse in Germany now. That's great. I was clamoring about that for 1 year, asking Hasbro on Instagram and all of that, as well as thousands of other people, I'm sure. You have the legal stuff, you have more legal stuff, you have more legal stuff, the figures we talked about, the card looking great from the front, and the figure looking great in the bubble. So I ordered 2 now. Maybe I'll order a 3rd one at some point, but I don't know. Now let's take this guy out and see how good he actually is. And there you have the Republic Trooper out of the packaging. I stripped him off all the stuff he comes with. Here's the bandolier and pauldron. Here's this kind of pocket set that actually plugs in here with it has a little peg. Just put it there. That's how it looks like. Closer. You have this sheath, which is for this little knife. I mean, it goes in there, and there's the knife. I hope you can see it properly. Just a little knife cast in black. Here you have his, I don't know, side pistol, little gun, blaster thingy. Nice looking, cast in black again. And here you have the real deal. The Sarah Jane. Anyway, was that the name of 3030, the horse in Bravestar? Sarah Jane. In Spanish it was La Sarajuana. Sarah Jane, I would say. The huge gun the horse had, you know, that horse character. Anyway, this one is looking good. It's also just a chunk of plastic, but it's very sharply sculpted, and good thing he has support here that actually fits things like this. Here's Jetfire's blast effects from the Siege Commander class Jetfire. So we'll see how that looks later. That's a nice surprise to have, and yeah. Anyway, so they were thinking ahead of time back in 2012. This figure, if you can see it there, I don't know, it's from 2012. I don't know if you get to see that on the heel. The main new feature of this guy, if I'm right, is that the face is now has the photoreal technology, and it's looking actually quite good. The thing is, because he's a helmeted character, I don't know, let me see, I don't know if it shows in the, I mean, the proportions on these guys are a bit funny, but it's still a great figure. I mean, in all the things he comes with, the removable helmet, which actually looks quite cool. But yeah, when you remove the helmet, I think that the head is he has a little tiny peanut head. But yeah, it was the price to pay to get this removable helmet feature. And the head is there on a little ball, but it's the older style, so it's not a dumbbell, so it's a ball there, and it just fits there and has very little amount of movement. Just can look down a little bit and to the front. Has just a little bit of, well, it has some of the famous attitude. Can of course go all the way around, but that's all you get with the head. The arms are on ball pegs there, well, hinges, and they can lift up to the T-pose, even a little bit further, this side at least. They can go all the way around. They carved a lot of clearance there in the chest, in the torso, to give enough movement. He has nothing on the bicep, I mean, because of the sculpt. Remember, again, this is a re-release from a figure from 2012. But you have a lot of movement here. I mean, a ball hinge, so you can turn all the way around. That would be your bicep movement. Nothing on the gauntlet, but you have a hinge for the hands, and they have both trigger fingers. Nothing at the waist, but you have a diaphragm joint here, which has a decent amount of range, or a quite good amount for the scale. Is a good amount, I guess. He can, I mean, and it's an armored character. He can go backwards a decent amount, forward also a bit less than backwards. He has this floating piece for the holsters. There's where you put the, here in that peg hole, you put the knife sheath, and you can also give him the knife. Well, I'll first put the knife in there, and then, yeah, I think you have to get it on an angle, because otherwise it clashes with the costume. And actually it on pegs, it still holds there to the last moment, but it dances a bit around this sheet. But yeah, you still need to pop it properly. Now to give him his shoulder pad back, what I did just was remove the head. I don't know if maybe it wasn't even necessary. I think I'm doing it wrong. Like this, yeah. Then you pop the head back on. There you have this guy. I don't remember. I remember this guy being on the trailer for the game, and maybe he's a named character. I mean, once you put the helmet on, maybe there's a whole amount of these guys, a huge amount of these troopers. Yeah, but the specific head sculpt, it's from a named character, I think. I'm not quite sure because I didn't play the game, but yeah. The gun fits nicely on the hand. It's sculpted for one another, you know. He looks good wielding the gun. You can then put it here on the sheath. I was halfway with the articulation, actually. Let's just put the gun in here. Fits perfectly, doesn't fall off just like that. It fits and it clicks there. Nothing at the waist, but you have the diaphragm, so there's where you get your waist movement and diaphragm movement. The legs are hinged, I mean the hips. He's a bit skinny there, but it's nice. I mean, it's okay. They're just hinged. You have ball jointed knees. They can do almost 90 degrees. They don't go all the way to 90 degrees, but almost. And there you have your turn. Of course, you don't have no thigh cut for this scale. Oh, no, for this scale we do have it, but not for this figure. I mean, I just reviewed the Ahsoka Corvus, and she has thigh cuts. So nothing at the boot, but you have this knee swivel, and the feet are the old style, so they don't have a ankle pivot, but they can go back that far, forward that far. They can turn, just swivel to the sides. But good thing is they sculpted like the guards here on the leg armor, so that it doesn't look it at least doesn't break the sculpt like sometimes they did with the stormtroopers, and so that they had like a weird boot there. And you can give him, of course, this larger cannon. Let's see how that goes. It's the first time I'm doing this, so I just did it like this. This is the way I managed to put it on, at least for the first time. I cut it there earlier because I didn't want you to hear me rambling on and figuring out and lose your precious time, you know. But it's a bit of a shame, I mean, that of course that the figure doesn't have like ball hips, or you know, the new way they're doing, because that would allow him to do a lot more posing with this huge gun, like better stances. This is just a bit balancing him a bit on that pose. Let's bring this tinier effect part just to explore the possibilities, or we can go all the way and see if he can hold up, well, hold that pose with all this weight. I guess it won't be able to, but yeah, that's too much weight. As you can see, I managed to balance the figure, and there you have him next to an older ARC Trooper figure from the Return of the Sith, Revenge of the Sith, I mean, Revenge of the Sith movie and toy line back then in 2005 or 4. What was this one? Is 2004. Yeah, it's not as yellowed as it could be, so I'm grateful for that. There you have him next to a Scarif Stormtrooper and a Death Trooper Specialist. And there you have him next to Ahsoka Tano, both Corvus and the one from Mandalore, the Siege of Mandalore, as well as Din Djarin, of course. And let's bring all the folk again all together. Yeah, that would be it for this review. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I forget to say that at the beginning. I have to start saying that at the beginning, because I guess that's the way people would do it. If I say it at the beginning, not at the end. I hope this review was useful for you if you want to get this figure. If you wasn't able to get this figure back in the day, you will be getting him now. I highly recommend it. Is a very nice looking one, even if it's from 2012. They updated the face. Yeah, the head is tiny and whatever, but that's how the figure is. But it's a really nice one, comes with a lot of weapons and accessories, and I think you will just like it. At least I do. Please leave a like, subscribe, and take care. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.